I just spoke with the customer's husband. He said that this system will blow out cold air, and then a couple hours later, the air will get lukewarm, and a few hours later, the air gets cold again. Rise and ground, folks. Guys, I am on the way to a no AC call. This is a brand new customer. This is actually a referral from an existing maintenance customer. Guys, this customer called the other day and said that she had the thermostat set to like 70 something, but it went up into the 80s. And even after the past couple of days of it being 100 degrees outside, the room temperature never went below 80. So at this point, we don't know what's going on. But guys, I'm almost here right now. Let's go take a look. I'll see y'all when I get inside. I just spoke with the customer's husband. He said that this system will blow out cold air, and then a couple hours later, the air will get lukewarm, and a few hours later, the air gets cold again. And guys, inside, I just went off what the customer told me. He said they replaced the filter. And I just put my hand near the vents, and my indoor fan is running, but I hear my compressor running, but my fan isn't. Let me kill power before we trip off on high head pressure, and let's see what's going on. From the looks of it, this looks like an ECM condenser fan motor. Alright guys, let me get my umbrella because it's starting to rain. I'll be back. I got my handle out, and this looks to be a straight AC 2022. So this thing's only 4 years old. This is a Rheem 16 SEER 3-ton unit. And like I mentioned earlier, there's no capacitor for my outdoor fan motor. This is an ECM condenser fan motor. And guys, you know what's crazy? Inside, when I put my hand near the vents, I actually used my thermometer. I had a 20-degree split, but as soon as I came outside, that's when I noticed, which is what I caught on camera, I noticed the fan stopped working. But guys, what I want to do is I want to get some history here on this system, and we got to see if there's any active warranty on this system here. I got to call the supply house as well. But yeah guys, it looks like something funky is going on with our fan motor, but let me make some calls and let me get more information, guys, and we'll be right back. Here's the scoop. This customer had a bad experience with the installing contractor, but that's not a factor. Moving forward, based on what's going on here, we can hook them up with the maintenance in regards to the gas furnace inside and with the AC out here. But in regards to this motor, I couldn't find any warranty on this motor. So this is a simple 1/3 horsepower ECM condenser fan motor. We do have an option of converting this back to PSC and just putting in a separate cap, but I got to take this back to the truck and we're going to figure something out here. But regardless, if we have to go OEM or put in a PSC, as long as we got the matching horsepower and the matching RPMs, and of course make sure the physical size, if we do a rescue condenser fan motor, as long as everything matches up, we should be good. And I got to disconnect the wires, but my fan blade is still intact, which is great. We can hopefully reuse the condenser fan blade, and this shaft is definitely rusted over, but we should be able to do our thing and get that fan blade off to hopefully reuse it. But guys, let's do our thing here. Let me disconnect the wires and let's go to phase 2. I'll be right back. All right guys, we got our motor. We have everything we need here in stock. This is nothing more than just an 825 RPM 1/3 horsepower motor. We stock these on the truck all the time, so this isn't a big deal. Real quick, here's what I recommend doing regardless of the age. This is only a 4-year-old motor, 4-year-old blade. Always, before trying to physically remove the shaft from the blade, clean the shaft and use appropriate lubrication oil, guys. Can you get lucky and some motors can just pop out without any lubrication or any cleaning? Yeah, but guys, that's not a high likelihood. Always make it a fair practice to clean the shaft, to get all the debris and dirt that could be in here, and also use lubrication oil. This will assist in separating the shaft from the blade, and if need be, you can use your pulley puller. But guys, I never had an issue. Now, does this work all the time? I've told you guys, condenser fan motors can get a little bit more trickier than removing blow motors from squirrel cages. Now, one thing blow motors don't have to worry about is ambient temperature. In the summertime, this shaft and hub is going to get hit with 100-degree weather, and vice versa. In the wintertime, even if the customer doesn't use the AC, the shaft and hub is still exposed to cold temperatures in the winter. So guys, if you times that by 4 years, that could make it almost impossible to take the shaft off sometimes, guys. But regardless, if we're able to get this off or not, the procedures doesn't change. Clean it, hit it with the lubrication oil, let the lubrication oil sit around the shaft for a few minutes, and then if it doesn't pop out freely at that point, we can use our pulley puller, and 99% of the time that works. If not, then it's nothing to just replace the condenser fan blade as well. But I mean, I heard stories about guys using hammers, guys using heat. I mean, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, but always resort to extreme physical activity as a last resort. I wouldn't recommend trying to hammer or trying to heat this thing up until you try cleaning this with sandcloth and using lubrication oil. That's the best bet, because if this doesn't work, you can still try other methods. But if you try physically hitting this shaft and you warp it, now congratulations, my friend, you're with a capital F, and there's nothing you can do about it. So guys, take your time. I know this could be a pain in the ass, but the more you do it, the more proficient you should get at it, and you can make better judgments on what can work for you and what doesn't work. So with that being said, guys, I may go live or I may not. I think it's supposed to rain, and my next call isn't until like after 2 o'clock. So guys, I need to get at least half of this stuff done. I gotta clear some space out the way. I may put half of this on a live video or not, but stay tuned. Let me do my thing here, guys. I'll be back. Please resort to this live video to see how the magic is made. Now, back to the video. All right, guys, I got my new motor in. Be sure to check out the live video in which I show a bunch of cool tips in regards to replacing fan motors, things you should do, things you shouldn't do to make this job go over as smoothly as possible. But with that being said, guys, I cleaned everything out. Am jaw's looking good. The customer said that he replaced the filter inside. So what I'm gonna do is I'm essentially just gonna do an AC maintenance out here. I'm gonna wipe this unit down. And the customer had a question about the furnace inside, so I'm gonna try to get this done as quickly as I can. But guys, real quick, what I'm gonna do, let me wipe this unit down and put the doors back on. I'll be right back. Guys, real quick, I got a 20-degree split, and I'm just going over a few things in regards to what we do in the fall for the heat maintenance. But the customer is on the same page. What we'll do is we'll come back out here in the fall for the heat maintenance. But I just had to pour some water inside the pump. Our drains are looking good, filter is looking good, it's still clean. And yeah, guys, that's all there is to it. No AC, found the back condenser fan motor, replaced the condenser fan motor, and also got this customer signed up for maintenance. So now moving forward, that pump just turned on again. So moving forward, hopefully we can stay on top of breakdowns by keeping the furnace and the AC clean. But all right, guys, there you have it. I gotta go to my next call. Peace out. I'll see you on the next one.